Thank you. Whoever made those lemon things out there, thank you. Those are really good. I could hurt myself on those if I let myself. I have a little bit of problem with the sweet tooth. Do you hear this out there? I can't tell. The guitar? Okay. I wrote this by myself. I started it last May. I was headed down to South Texas to be in this songwriter serenade thing, which is really awesome, by the way. If anybody's not been to that, it's a great couple of days, great songs, and just a great event. But I had these very non-Nashville pictures pop in my head, and I didn't really know what to do with them at first. I didn't know what the song was about, what the title was, where it was headed. You know, a lot of time in these writing rooms, we sit there and we have a title to start with, and we're trying to figure out how to write that title and how to make it different and interesting and you know, hook it and all that stuff. But also, there's times like this song and like Crazy Till It Works. I just had the first line, you know, it popped in my head. I didn't know where it was headed. So kind of the same thing happened with this song, and it evolved over a few months. Thanks to the trusty editing and help of friends like Helene and Terry Joe Box, I would send it and go, "Hey, does this make any sense?" And they would go, "No." I go, "Okay, I'll go back to work." But anyway, it's called All the Right Reasons. In a city full of concrete, be the blade of grass sticking to the sidewalk. In a circus tent full of tight ropes, be the net. In a long week full of Mondays, be a sleeping Sunday morning. In a casino full of penny slots, be $1 million long shot bet. And if you gotta be guilty of all the good things. If you wanna be rich in all the real ways. If you gotta be crazy like Jesus. Wanna be famous, make sure you're famous for all the right reasons. In a summer full of 103, be a water fight out in the front yard. In a kitchen drawer full of scissors, be the tape. In an ocean full of hurricane, be the rock that holds the anchor. In a prison full of walls, be the key that opens the gate. And if you gotta be guilty of all the good things. If you wanna be rich in all real ways. If you gotta be crazy like Jesus. If you wanna be famous, make sure you're famous for all the right reasons. There's a lot of things that you can be, but you won't end up something you're proud of accidentally. So if you gotta be guilty of all the good things. If you wanna be rich in all the real ways. gotta be crazy like Jesus. You wanna be famous, make sure you're famous for all the right reasons. If you wanna be famous, make sure you're famous for all the right reasons. Thank you, thank you.
Is that recorded?
No.
It is now.
It is now. I am going to. I'm 99% sure this going to be. I'm actually going to make an album with my voice on everything. This year is my goal, and that will definitely be on there.
Randy, am I coming through?
Oh yeah.
Thank you. I'm going to invite you to take a bus ride with me. It's 13 hours to Waco. There's a seat beside the window. I buckle up and settle back. Watch the faces in the glass. Just across the center row is a family fresh from Mexico. The mother sings a Spanish song. I wonder, is this where any of us belong? The driver's eyes are flashing in the rear view like a watchman on the wall. I bet those eyes have seen it all. The washed out vagrants catching sleep, the honeymooners traveling cheap, the runaway someone's trying to find. Old ghosts floating in between the future and what used to be, the hopeless and the hopeful side by side, right in the gray line. The air is stale through dusty vents, smells like sweat and hobo breath. These nameless towns are deaf and blind to this triple axle humming by. The tires sigh another stop, a couple drifters stumble off, and we all watch the open door to see who joins our lonesome tour. We're all here for different reasons, but we're keeping our cards close. We're all together on our own. The washed out vagrants catching sleep, the honeymooners traveling cheap, the runaway someone's trying to find. Old ghosts floating in between the future and what used to be, the hopeless and the hopeful side by side, right in the gray line, right in the gray line. And I might make it all the way to Waco and get him off my mind, if I can leave his memory with the ghosts that haunt this isle, right in the gray line, right in the gray line. Thank you. Thank y'all.
I
You're such
wonder-
a great audience.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much. I wonder if people realize how hard it is to get hobo breath in a song. Effectively, like, just float right by us, no big deal. Like, wow. I know.
Smells like sweat and hope.
My favorite picture, well, I mean, there's so many great pictures in this song, but what is the line about they sigh or whatever? What is that?
The tires sigh.
The tires sigh. That's
Another
exactly
stop.
a bus at a bus station.
Yeah, we were talking about in New York City how the buses kneel, and so when we pull up to the curb and they go, whew, and then you get on and then they go back up. So I had told him about that. And we managed to get all that good stuff in there.
When I first started going to Nashville, I remember people telling me, publishers and stuff, man, you gotta say something without saying it, and you gotta draw the picture, and I just
Show don't tell.
Yeah, show don't tell.
The other way they say it.
I just didn't have any idea what they were talking about for a while, but that song is such a great example of that.
Thank
In
you.
every line.
I'm gonna tune while you tune. Are you done now?
Yeah. Helene and I walked into a room with this girl, Kinsey Coppin, who's a Texas artist. And she's a young girl, probably early 20s, you think? Something like that? Mid-20s. And they had just moved their publishing office to a new building. And we walked in and there was nothing on the walls. Like, there's boxes out in the hallway, but there's nothing on the walls. And somehow that came up in the conversation. And talked about how the walls were empty. And a few hours later, we had this song. I pulled my old car into my new drive and got the keys this morning. This'll be my first night. The movers are coming, but right here, right now, it's just bare walls and hardwood floors in a little two-bedroom house. And I can cover these empty walls in pictures, and I can cram that walk-in closet full of clothes. Soon I'll stack that empty sink with dirty dishes and fill every bit of empty space with everything I own. That's easy part. But what do I do? What do I do with an empty heart? Can't fill it with whiskey. I've drained that bottle dry. The pills, the smoke, the women, ain't nothing I haven't tried. All of my friends say it's a new start, a blank slate, a clean break. But all I know is it's a scary place. 'Cause I can cover these empty walls with pictures, and I can cram that walk-in closet full of clothes. Soon I'll stack that empty sink with dirty dishes and fill every bit of empty space with everything I own. That's the easy part. But what do I do? What do I do with an empty heart? No doubt I'll make this house a home. I just didn't think I'd be doing it all alone. I can cover these empty walls with pictures. I can cram that walk-in closet full of clothes. Soon I'll stack that empty sink with dirty dishes and fill every bit of empty space with everything I own. That's the easy part. But what do I do? What do I do with an empty heart? What do I do? What do I do with an empty heart? A sad country song. Unabashedly sad.
Yep.
Sad songs are good for your heart and your soul, you know? They need to have more of those on radio.
This song has surprised me in how many places it's been played on the radio. Secular stations, folk stations. I'm always surprised at the DJs that pick it to play. Pleasantly surprised. Hurtful words that fly hard and fast. So many I'm sorry's 'cause I can't take a damn thing back. Oh, I've promised to do better. Till now even the devil laughs. But God doesn't. My past throws a shadow I can't forget, while today tries to pile on a couple more regrets. And I worry about tomorrow's trouble waiting up the road ahead. But God doesn't. Truth is, I forgot what chord. And the truth is, God doesn't need me, but still He wants me. He thought I was worth loving when I believed I wasn't. I believed I wasn't. Lost causes, they're His specialty. And too far gone ain't too far for His arms to reach. And I know it 'cause every time I give up on me, God doesn't. Truth is, God doesn't need me, but still He wants me. He thought I was worth loving when I believed I wasn't. I believed I wasn't, 'cause I have human eyes and I lose sight of the beauty in this broken world. God doesn't. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's on.
Yeah, that's on our new album.
That's on the new album. Yes, thank you for asking.
Golly. So great.
Thank you.
Really pisses me off.
Oh. Oh, good. I love it.
It's funny.
Anything.
Is the young man still here or did they leave? Connor?
Connor? I think he's gone.
Huh? Oh, okay. Real quick story before he comes out. Before he comes back. My kids, my youngest daughter and her husband were in Nashville last weekend. He was there for a coaching seminar, and we had our freak show big reunion thing at this little dive bar out in Hermitage called the Rusty Nail, which is where the freak show started. And so we're out there, and in the middle of one of the songs, my daughter and her husband are like, somebody else, is playing up there, and there's a whole bunch of middle fingers up in the air. And my daughter's like, well, that's a weird way to, be at a show. And I explained, I said, well, that's called the Rusty Nail Salute. When somebody plays a great song that you wish you wrote, that's how you show them that you love the song. So my version of that is, that pisses me off.
Oh, man.
This whole
Not
loving
quite.
Jesus thing keeps me from the true Rusty Nail Salute. So
But it's strangely an honor when you get it. You can't.
It
you
is.
can't-
You're like,
you kinda
yeah.
can't help but be a little bit proud of yourself.
Hey, everybody's flipping me off.
yeah.
It's very, very
I don't think it'll be interpreted the same out there. Oh man, so great.
But what do you expect from a place called the Rusty Nail?
Yeah,
It's
boy.
like-
It is a true dive bar. Well, we loved it. This song, I got brought in to write with a young female artist who actually lives in the Dallas area. Her name is Harper Grace. And she lives up in Prosper. I think she was on American Idol a couple of years ago or something. And very talented lady. But this company, Demolition Music, booked me to come in and quote-unquote be the track guy. And what that means is, to give you a little background, for almost 20 years before I started writing country music, I wrote and produced hip-hop and R&B. Because I played in a big 10-piece funk band for a living. And so I did all the programming. I was an engineer at 3 different studios in town. Did all that stuff. But when I started going to Nashville, I put all that aside to learn how to write a country song, and particularly a country lyric. But about 5 years ago, I guess, all that stuff that used to be in R&B and hip-hop, all that programming, all that stuff I did in those songs, it was all of a sudden in country music. And so, like when I went to Nashville, I only played piano. And so I learned guitar so that I could write that way, have another tool in the toolbox. And so about 5 years ago, I was finally like, well, I recognize all those drum sounds. I recognize what they're doing. That's just hip-hop. So I'll get back into it. And I got a new computer and put Logic in it and got a bunch of sounds and started doing tracks. And so there's a bunch of guys in Nashville they call track guys that build a drum beat and some basic chords and basic music while you're writing the song. And then when you're done, you just put a vocal on it and go. So I was brought in that day to be the track guy at these 2 sessions. And the first one, I put a track together, the bones of it, and contributed to the writing of the song at the same time. We finished that one. It's a real cool little pop country song. And then the second session, much to my surprise, we wrote what I call a real song. And I didn't do a track that day. They had this idea in the room called Note to Self. And we got to talking about it. And I started playing this on guitar, which is one of 2 picking patterns that I am comfortable with. But they loved it. They were like, oh man, I love that picking pattern. I was like, okay, that's cool.
That's awesome.
But I'm glad they did. And as the day went on, we wrote this, and it's one of my favorite songs in the last few months of writing songs. I changed a few words so I'm a guy, singing a girl song, but I'll try to do it. This is the worldwide debut of this song, by the way. Note to self, we're all addicts, so stop by the store. Don't forget to get your hair cut at 4:30. Note to self, take out the trash, take back the shirt, and remember to ask your boss to get off early. And call your mama back, she misses you. When you get overwhelmed, ask for help. Your heart's the only thing that you should listen to. And forgiveness is more for you than anybody else. Note to self, go to church this Sunday morning, you miss it. You need it. Note to self, let your grandpa take you out on the lake fishing. Next weekend, you won't always get to. Call your mama back, she misses you. When you get overwhelmed, ask for help. Your heart's the only thing that you should listen to. And forgiveness is more for you than anybody else. Note to self, note to self. And that thing that you were made to do, don't let anything stop you. And call your mama back, she misses you. When you get overwhelmed, ask for help. Your heart's the only thing that you should listen to. And forgiveness is more for you than anybody else. Note to self, note to self, note to self. Thank you very much. And we do have a great recording of that song, because I did build a track for it right after that.
And it's awesome. The demo's great.
It is. It came out great. And so my email's on that CD. If you like that, I'll send it to you. Just tell me. Thank you. That song, no, it's not even out in the Nashville world yet. It's about to be, though.
I'm going to do a silly song. This song was never supposed to see the light of day. Any dog lovers in here?
I love this song.
You do?
Love it.
You do?
Yes.
I used to play it and feel so
Brilliant.
corny playing it because I was trying to be
brilliant.
funny. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, as what my producer and I did on this new album was we made a Dropbox file, and I would just load work tapes of songs. So just kind of like you're hearing me now play, I would just do a little version and load it into Dropbox. And he would start going, yeah, I really love this. I love, And so we started putting our list together of the songs that were going to make the album. So probably our third time we got together after we had thought we had our list, he goes, do you have anything funny or ironic or just something to lighten the mood? Because as you can tell, a lot of my songs are heavy and heartfelt. So I was like, well, I have this one, you know. So I played him a verse and chorus. He goes, that's it. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Well, I, of course, second guessed all of that. And after we had agreed it should go on the album, I went and pulled it out of the Dropbox. I was like, maybe he'll forget about it.
Not a chance, huh?
So the next time we got together, we went through the songs again. We made our final list. He goes, where's that song I liked? Oh, I'll put it back in there. So anyway, we get in the studio and the guys play it. And I said, I don't want it to be like some Irish, you know, drinking song or some papa, you know, because it's 3/4 time. And I was like, no, I don't, you know. So the guys run through it and they played it so straight. They played it like it was a country song. And Matt came back in. Matt was my producer and my good friend now. He came back in the room and he goes, you know, I don't think I communicated what I want on this song. He goes, listen to this. And he played a Tom Waits song, real funky Tom Waits song. I forget the name of it. It's like Numbers 241 or something like that. Anyway, and it's this real, you know, crazy. And the guys immediately got it. And it sounds way different on the album. It's a lot of fun. But this is Mongrels and Mutts. Which I wrote because I like the word mongrels. But you can't rhyme it with anything, so. We all get 46 chromosomes. You can't take the credit or the blame for the way that you look, so there ain't cause for pride or for shame. They give us a gene pool that gives us a color of eyes, hair that's curly or straight, a skin shade, a shape, and a size. You might think you're the runt, or think you're the pick of the litter, but your bloodline ain't worse than mine, and it ain't any better. There's no losers or winners, we're all in this together, and no one's top dog of this kennel. We're all equally, beautifully crazy, mixed up, mongrels and mutts. Well, some daddies wore collars, happy to stay close at home, and some daddies jumped fences and went where they ain't meant to go. And we're so busy sniffing out how someone's different than us, forget all the ways we're all made of the same doggone stuff. You might think you're the runt, or think you're the pick of the litter, but your bloodline ain't worse than mine, and it ain't any better. There's no losers or winners, we're all in this together. No one's top dog of this kennel. We're all equally, beautifully crazy, mixed up, mongrels and mutts. It's a dog-eat-dog world. We all bark and we bite. We all chase our own tails till we curl up at night. You might think you're the runt, or think you're the pick of the litter, but your bloodline, it ain't worse than mine, it sure ain't any better. There's no losers or winners, we're all in this together, and no one's top dog of this kennel. We're all equally, beautifully crazy, mixed up. Thank God, because purebreds are always a little bit nuts. So be glad you're just one of us, mongrels and mutts. Thank you. Oh.
You're really smart.
Oh, gosh. That was a fun one to write.
Did you write that by yourself?
I did.
That pisses me off.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But I really thought it was too goofy, and it was kind of funny that Matt picked it up. But then he made the music match the
music on
spirit
the
of the
album
song.
is amazing. Like, it is some kind of... You just can't describe it. You got to hear it. And the band killed it.
Yeah.
And it totally fits the vibe of the lyric.
Yes, it was fun. This is my first record to make with a room full of guys all playing at the same time, and just getting to watch them do their thing and become my band for those 2 days was pretty amazing.
Forgot I detuned that last string for the last song. Glad I didn't just start this one.
Oh, yeah.
This song I wrote with Barrett Baber and Terry Joe Box. It is on hold for somebody famous.
Are you going to tell us who it is?
No. I'll tell you off mic after the show. I don't know if he's going to record it. He certainly loves it. And he's a singing fool. But anyway, Barrett was on The Voice about 5, 6 years ago. He got third. He's a big old boy from Arkansas. If you watch that show, you might remember his story was that he survived an American Airlines plane crash in Little Rock in 1999. You know, because that show, even though it's called The Voice, it's not just about your voice. You have to have a story. And that was his story. So he did really well on there. He was on Team Blake. And so when you do well on The Voice, you blow up, especially in your own home state. So he was doing some touring in Arkansas. And one Saturday he had played in Marion, Arkansas. And Sunday he's driving back to Nashville on the bus. And his tour manager's driving the bus. And they come around this corner and he sees the steeple to his dad's old church, where his dad preached for 15 years when he was growing up. And he told his tour manager, he said, hey, you know, the only thing that's been in that church more than me is that old piano. And he wrote down piano for sale on his idea list. And that was Sunday. Monday morning, he had an appointment with Terry Joe and me, and he walked in the room and told us about that piano and said, I want to write a song about it, all the things it's played for, funerals and baptisms and weddings and all that stuff. And so thankful he walked in the room that day. It's called Piano for Sale. Piano for sale, best offer, printed underneath the weekly prayer list. It's my first time back in this church in forever, but I'll take it no matter how much that is. It's just a beat up, upright old banger, made of maple and brown sugar pie. But there's pieces of me in those ivory keys, and every song that's ever changed my life, 'cause it played Yes, Jesus Loves Me when I learned I could sing. And just as I am on the day I believed, oh, here comes a bride, and she walked down to me. It is well with my soul when we let mama go. Piano for sale, sold. You never told anybody about all those nights when then I'd sneak in and play honky-tonk songs for all my white guys and empty church confessions. So load it up, I'm taking it all home. 'Cause they played Yes, Jesus Loves Me when I didn't feel loved, just as I am when I wasn't good enough. Oh, here comes a bride, the best day of my life. It is well with my soul when we let mama go. Piano for sale. It is well with my soul. Oh, and sing me back home. Piano for sale. Sold. Yeah, it's so. Thank you, thank you.
Well, I entered Kerrville 2 years ago, 2018, and was surprised to be one of the, I think about 600 people enter, and they choose 32 people to come and play over 2 weekends, and you get to do the same 2 songs that you enter. You have to do those 2 songs. And so Last Cowboy was one of the ones that I entered that year, and then the other one is this one that I wrote with a couple of girls in Nashville. They came in to write, and I had been that year cleaning out. I lost my mom and my brother in the same year, and so I'd spent a lot of time that year cleaning out people's homes and going through drawers, and you would open drawers, and there would be, especially in my brother's, there would be rings full of keys, and none of us knew what the keys went to. And so I already had that on my brain, and they came in and they said, we want to write a song about keys, like piano keys and song keys and key to life and key to, just real keys. And so we started down the road of, one of them brought up, remember how when you would have a diary and there would be a string hanging off it with the key to, I was like, how private is that? So I know it's not private because I had a mom who read my diary, and it made me stop kissing my boyfriend. Yeah, it was over when I went and told him, my mom says. So I was a pretty innocent thing. So anyway, so yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with diaries. This one used to hang from my diary by a ribbon. It kept all my secrets hidden from Mama's prying eyes. Here's the one from Grandma's jewelry box, one from Daddy's workshop, the one under the back porch flower pot that we all knew where to find. They might be sitting in a junk pile, lying at the bottom of a dresser drawer, some so old and rusty I can't remember now what they were for. But some can take me back in time and unlock my memories, so I just can't toss them out, all of these homeless keys. This one first taste of freedom. Didn't need a reason, just a couple friends and an open road. Here's the spare from his apartment, my old college flame. I never went back to give it back, 'cause I never could explain. They might be sitting in a junk pile, lying at the bottom of a dresser drawer. Some so old and rusty, I can't remember now what they were for. But some can take me back in time and unlock my memories, so I just can't toss them out. All of these homeless keys, homeless keys. 'Cause each one has a story to tell, but no one needs them now. So they're sitting in a junk pile, lying at the bottom of a dresser drawer. Some so old and rusty, I can't remember now what they were for. But some can take me back in time and unlock my memories, so I just can't toss them out. All of these homeless keys, homeless keys.
Thank you.
Man, that's good stuff. Do we have time for one more each
One
or
more-
something
yeah,
like
let's- yeah.
Me and my blind self. Oh, okay, cool. I wrote this song when I was 40 years old. 40.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it took me a year to write the song. Some ways it took me 40 years to write the song. I grew up in Kerrville, Texas, and grew up in a house where in a family where everybody around me were alcoholics and or drug addicts, and just a lot of craziness. There were some fights that involved gunfire, and but I wouldn't change any of it. But it was crazy, and so in my early 20s, God started having me deal with all the stuff that had gone on when I was growing up. First way was that as I would tell stories about my childhood, my friends' mouths would drop to the floor, and I remember leaving those conversations going, well, maybe this wasn't normal. And then just over the years, God just has a way of doing that, making you deal with, all the stuff that went on. And so this song is like 5 minutes long. It's real personal.
Worth it.
It's all true. I don't know if anybody will ever cut it. There are other people out there who have this story, and there are plenty of people out there who have a much worse story, but every word of this song is true. And some songs God gives you to heal you, and this definitely did that. My daddy hit my mama on more than one occasion, but he also saved my ass a time or two. To this day I ain't quite sure if I love him or hate him. Through these tinted windows it's hard to see the truth. Of all the things he said to me, what he never said hurt worse. but not everything he said led me the wrong way. Like the time I heard that boy at school call my friend the N-word. When I asked my daddy what that meant, he slammed on his brakes, pulled right over, said, "Son, hear me good now. Don't you ever let that word come out your mouth." Go figure. Some people run with the devil and walk with Jesus. At their best, they are your heroes, and at their worst, they are your demons. I guess in the end, you have to call it even. My mama hit the bottle till the bottle hit her back. That was the only fight she ever lost. Man, I wish you could have known her back before all that. You'd have seen the Southern angel who carried my cross. She was the only thing between me and hell. And all the while she was drowning herself. Some people run with the devil and walk with Jesus. At their best, they are your heroes, and at their worst, they are your demons. I guess in the end, you have to call it even. I know I ain't my mama, and I damn sure ain't my daddy. But then again, maybe there's something in my voice, something in my choices, something in my walk, my talk, my way. I just don't know, but God, I hope not. And God, I hope so. 'Cause at their best, they were my heroes, and at their worst, they are my demons. I guess in the end, I have to call it even. Call it even. My daddy hit my mama on more than one occasion, but he also saved my ass a time or two. Thank you very much. And that is on that CD.
You have that CD here?
Yeah, it's right here.
I don't.
No problem.
Yeah, y'all need his CD, and my hope is that soon he's going to make a CD of his own.
I am.
Yeah, because the world needs more Scott Shawn White songs in his voice.
Yes, yes.
Randy
Anyway.
wants us to do another round after this.
What? One more
Randy wants
after
us to
this?
do a round after
Oh,
this.
okay.
Say a couple more each would be really nice.
Okay.
Okay.
If y'all want to do more, you're welcome to.
No,
I knew that Helene had to catch the plane, so I was trying to
I can sleep in a little bit.
You don't have to twist our arms to make us play more songs.
Yeah, I'm catching a flight up to Nashville. Usually I get in the car on Sunday morning at 6 and drive up, but I have a full week of writing, 2 writes a day for the first time in a long time. And then I have to play Poor David's Pub next Saturday. So if you're in town next Saturday and you want to come out to that, that'd be awesome. But tonight here in this room, you guys have been amazing. Thank you for being here. I don't think you know how special nights like this are for us. So I'm going to do a song. Since I'm not closing with this, I'm going to do it anyway because it's what I was prepped in my brain to do. When I have a song idea and I really want to write it with somebody who I know is not going to mess it up, or I'm going to be sorry that I introduced it to them and then lost that idea because we didn't do it right. Those are the song ideas that I bring to Scott. And because I know he's not going to mess it up. He's going to care about it as much as I do. So I had this idea. I was looking at a story on Facebook and it said #humankind. And I just went, ooh, humankind. And I thought of a way to twist it that I wanted to talk about how human kindness helps human pain, but I didn't have the right word. I kept going, it's not cures. We don't cure each other. We're never going to cure evil and pain in this world. That's Jesus's job. But what do we do for each other? And so I sat down and I told him my idea for the song and what I wanted to do, and he came up with the exact right word. So then we started digging in on stories. What are some of the stories we can tell about kindness that we don't just hear all the time in songs? And so we talked a little bit about my daughter, who my older daughter for 7 years was a hospice caregiver. And so this isn't her story exactly, but her information and the stuff that she came home and told us about when she was a caregiver certainly informed our first verse. And then we left the song, we got a verse and a chorus written, and it's like, oh my gosh, where do you go next? So when we got back together a month or so later, I said, why don't we use your story for the second verse to Scott? And we did. And it's one of the most personally meaningful songs to me that I've ever written. Combination of truth, real stuff, fiction, and a hashtag. Doesn't get better than that. He's an old man, a hard man, can't hold on to nothing, not his razor, not his temper, not his tongue. She's a young nurse, a sweet girl, comes in every morning, makes his bed, shaves his face, cleans him up. She's been there 3 years now, ain't seen one of his kids ever come around. So she drives in on her Sundays off to play a game of gin and take him for a walk. And for a little while he forgets to be mad. He remembers how to tell a joke and make a pretty girl laugh. The hurt goes away and the lonely fades with just a smile and the gift of a little time. Nothing eases human pain like human kind. She's the new kid in a new town for the third time in 2 years, and high school can be cruel when you're different. And he can tell when she walks in she's a trust nobody who could use a friend. He takes the seat beside her no one wants to take, and in the lunchroom that's a pretty big thing. And for a little while she forgets to be scared. She remembers for a minute what it's like to fit in somewhere. The hurt goes away and 'cause for a little while we forget to give up. We remember what it's like when someone walks this road with us. The hurt goes away and the lonely fades with just a smile and the gift of a little time. Nothing eases human pain like human kind. Humankind. Thank y'all.
I'm so glad you brought that idea to me to write. I think I'm gonna close with a brand new song. I wrote this with Terry Joe Box and a guy named Ryan Larkins. And I went in with a title called Dust. It went a completely different direction than I thought it was going to go. And to be honest with you, the first day when I left, I hated it. But I also realized I've been doing this long enough to know that it may have just been because it went a different direction. It was a different song than the one I intended to write that day. And so when we came back in the next time and we listened back to what we had so far, I was like, oh, that doesn't suck. My exact words. And so we fixed a few things, and my publisher loves it, and that's really the goal in life, is for your publisher to love it. I've never played this out, so we'll see how it goes. I think it's a good message to leave my part of the set on. Pull the sheet off that piano, open that bottle you've been saving, call up that old friend just because, and back that flat bottom in the water, pull your Bible out the closet, use it or lose it, dust it off. 'Cause life gets busy, life gets messy, sure is easy to put it on a shelf. Time gets to going, snowball gets rolling, next thing you know, you hardly know yourself. That broken heart that you don't trust, been sitting there long enough, and dust it off. Let the kid in you get dirty, let your bad days off the hook. Pipe dream you forgot, take a shot. Say I love you when you want to, say I'm sorry when you need to. Every kind word that you got, dust it off. 'Cause life gets busy, life gets messy, sure is easy to put it on a shelf. Time gets to going, snowball gets rolling, next thing you know, you hardly know yourself. So that broken heart that you don't trust, been sitting there long enough, and dust it off. When the world knocks you out, knocks you down for the count, get back up and dust it off. 'Cause life gets busy, life gets messy, sure is easy to put it on a shelf. Time gets to going, snowball gets rolling, next thing you know, you hardly know yourself. So that broken heart that you don't trust, been sitting there long enough. Yeah, that broken heart that you don't trust, been sitting there long enough, dust it off. Dust it off. Thank you. I've been waiting to break that one out.
I've never heard that one yet.
No,
Oh, that was awesome.
I didn't send you the work tape of it?
Nope.
Oh, probably because I thought it sucked the first time.
We often will send each other songs that
bad.
we've just written, and what do you think of this? What do you think of that?
Any holes in this?
So,
Something wrong with this?
Yeah, it helps, especially if you've written one by yourself. You know.
Yeah, especially.
It's always good to get another set of ears on it.
Because in the room when you're co-writing, the editing happens in real time between each other. But by yourself, you don't have that.
And this is one of those that I wrote by myself, and I sent it to Scott, and he's like, man, I like it. This one line's not working yet, so I sent him a couple more versions till I finally got it right. At least I think I got it right.
Yeah, you did.
But I wanted to write a song about why I write songs. And I knew the kernel of the idea that I wanted to say. And then a few months ago, I was able to finally put it into words. The path that I'm pursuing is a calling, not a chore. The few of us who choose it know what we do it for. It's a wild idea that drives us, and we fly with sails unfurled, on a mission to add beauty to the world. We let pain inspire poetry, and like a weaver at the loom, spin chaos into symmetry and suffering into words and tune. Just as God speaks hope into creation with every newborn boy and girl, on a mission to add beauty to the world. Takes an artist's eye and a craftsman's tools, the faith of a dreamer, the courage of a fool, to throw color on a canvas and scratch a pen across paper, learning to redeem mistakes, 'cause life has no eraser. Might spend a lifetime undiscovered, still the oyster makes the pearl, on a mission to add beauty to the world.
That's my friend, Helene Cronin.
Thank you. Likewise, Scott. What an honor to be up here with him and to have you all so patiently and joyfully listen to us. Thank you for that.